the familiar look of which and the barely decipherable name, Happy Days, acted like a blow in his face. He quickened his step. Then, reacting to his characteristic spirit, he deliberately turned back to enter the saloon. The same place, the same bar, stained mirror and faded paintings, the same pool tables. Except for a barkeeper, the room was deserted. Rock asked for a drink. "Stranger hereabouts, eh?" inquired the bartender, pleasantly, as he served him. "Yes, but I used to know Wagontongue," replied Rock. "You been here long?" "Going on 2 years. How's the cattle business?" "Good, off and on. Of course it's slack now, but there's some trade in beef." "Beef? You mean on the hoof?" "No, butcherin'. Gage Preston's outfit do a big business." "Well, that's new," replied Rock, thoughtfully. "Gage Preston. Heard his name somewhere. Are you a puncher or a cattleman, stranger?" "Well, I was both," replied Rock, with a laugh. "Reckon that means I always will be." Several booted men stamped in and lined up before the bar. Rock moved away and casually walked around, looking at the bold pictures on the wall. He remembered some of them. Also, he found what he was unostentatiously seeking: some bullet holes in the wall. Then he went out. "Reckon I oughtn't have looked at that red liquor," he decided. There were times when it was bad for Trueman Rock to yield to the bottle. This was one of them. The sudden cold in his very marrow, the blank gray shade stealing over his mind, the presagement of a spell of morbid sinking of spirit, these usually preceded his rather rare drinking bouts. He had not succumbed in a long time now, and he hoped something would happen to prevent it in this instance. For if he fell here in Wagontongue, it would be very bad. It would be folly, and the poorest kind of business. He had been industrious and fortunate for some years in a Texas cattle deal, and had sold out for $10,000, which amount of money he carried in cash upon his person. Rock went to the range house, a hotel on another corner. It had been redecorated, he noticed. He registered, gave the clerk his baggage checks, and went to the room assigned him, where he further resisted the mood encroaching upon him by shaving and making himself look presentable to his exacting eyes. "Sure would like to run into Amy Wund," he said, falling into another reminiscence. "Or Polly Ackers, or Kit Rand. All married long ago, I'll bet." He went downstairs to the lobby, where he encountered a heavy-set, ruddy-faced man, no other than Clark, the proprietor, whom he well remembered. "Howdy, Rock. Glad to see you," greeted that worthy, cordially if not heartily, extending a hand. "I seen your name on the book. Couldn't be sure till I'd had a peep at you." "Howdy, Bill," returned Rock, as they gripped hands. "Well, you haven't changed any, if I remember. Fact is, you look fit and prosperous, I may say. Let's have a drink for old time's sake." They went from the lobby into a saloon that was new and garish to Rock's eye. "Fine place, Bill. Reckon you've been some prosperous yourself. Do you still run the little game upstairs that used to keep us punchers broke?" "It's a big game now, Rock," replied the hotel man as they tipped their glasses. "How long since you left Wagontongue?" "6 years." "Well, so long as that. Time sure flies."